Hello, wonderful people. I'm Gabriel. Welcome back to my channel. This is my second video as part of a 4-video set where I'm talking about what I consider to be key principles and modalities to live by for happiness and success. These are things that I've learned in my life that have worked for me and paid dividends for my interpersonal relationships. So I want to share them with you. So today I'm talking about maintaining an assertive personality while appropriately respecting boundaries. There are basically 4 personality types and combinations thereof. You have a more passive personality type, more aggressive personality type, passive-aggressive, and assertive. Examples, a passive person tends to not speak up in situations. They don't like confrontation. They have trouble saying no. And they tend to be a people pleaser. And although they mean well, they may suffer from low self-esteem, and passive people are often kind of taken advantage of and walked over a lot. Aggressive people would be people like my mother, my late mother. She had emotional and psychological problems. So she went from calm to hysterical in about 3 seconds. She would be loud, she was abrasive, she swore, she got into people's faces, and she completely invaded their personal space. It was awful. Aggressive personality types push people away, they're abrasive. Passive-aggressive are people who you really can't trust their word. They're not really reliable, they're kind of fickle and flaky. They're very self-absorbent, sometimes narcissistic. Like I had a passive-aggressive friend, and every time we would plan to get together and do something, I would plan like a week in advance, and he'd say, oh yeah, dude, I'm free, we'll get together in a week on that weekend. Then I would confirm the day before, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. And then I would confirm that morning of, I'll see you tonight, yeah. And then, at the time we're gonna meet, he'd suddenly message me and go, dude, sorry, I can't make it, something just came up. I mean, not reliable, not really respecting the other person. Whereas assertiveness is being able to assert yourself appropriately to defend your beliefs, morals, and principles, especially if you feel they're being compromised or infringed upon. You can state your opinion on things, you can challenge things you disagree upon, but you still respect the boundaries, morals, principles, and feelings of other people. You also respect personal space, and that's important. Assertiveness takes confidence. If you're watching this video and thinking, I just can't be assertive, well, listen, like anything, practice makes perfect. The best way to learn to kind of be assertive and more confident is just practice. Start doing a little bit. In a situation where you normally wouldn't say anything or speak up, just say something. Try some little thing. Speak confidently but calmly. And you'll see it's great and it's easy and people actually appreciate it. Couple examples. I remember one time I was in a restaurant and I was eating with a friend, and suddenly some guy, I don't know if he was drunk or whatever, at another table started getting really loud and obnoxious and swearing and cussing at the waitress and just being, unbearable. You could hear him through the whole restaurant. Everyone, giving him weird looks and stuff, but everyone wanted to avoid him because they think he's crazy, I was just like 18 or something at the time, and I ignored it. I responded kind of passively. If I had been aggressive, I would have gotten in his face and go, screw you, dude, you want to step outside? But I didn't do that. And if I had been passive-aggressive, I would have looked and smiled at him and this and that and secretly been calling up the police. But what I should have done was I should have approached him and said, excuse me, you might be having a bad day, but you're kind of loud, and I think you're offending some other people at the restaurant. I'm going to politely ask you to quiet and calm down while we're eating, okay? I'm just telling you it's kind of being a disturbance. Thank you very much. And walk back to my table. Yeah, people appreciate assertiveness because it takes confidence and it takes honesty. Another example. There was a girl that was a good friend of mine when I was in university. And I remember she was dating some guy. She had just been seeing him for like a month. And suddenly she called me and she was really upset at the brink of tears. And she said, Gabriel, I've got to talk with you. So we met and she starts telling me this story. She says, I've been on 3 dates with this guy. She said, I'm really falling for him. I really like him. Oh my God, we have so much in common. I think he might be the one for me. And he suddenly broke up with me. And I said, what happened? And she said, well, he suddenly told me after 3 dates that he'd started dating some other girl just before he met me, and he thinks she's better for him. He really likes me, he said, but she's more compatible. And she's like, oh my God, can you believe that? He didn't even give me a chance. And I said, okay, well, do you feel you got taken advantage of for sex? And she said, no, we didn't even have sex. We just did like kissing and cuddling and talking, but I felt something. I don't believe this. I mean, he's not even getting to know me. And I said, listen, and going through my mind at that time was, oh, this poor girl, she's emotional, she's upset, she's reacting somewhat irrationally. I think this guy has been respectful with her and assertive and appropriate, and she's, really in a bad place right now. So I said, listen, I'm your friend, calm down, I'm really sorry if you got hurt, that isn't right. I said, but it sounds like he's trying to respect your feelings, and I think he's trying to be polite with you. If he likes someone else better, there's nothing you can do. It's not a personal attack. I know it feels bad, but give it a few days, let things pass, and we'll talk about it again. I wouldn't lose any sleep over it. That's the best I could tell her as my friend. So that's it. I want you to give me feedback, leave comments, and give me examples of how you've been assertive while respecting boundaries in your life. Here's to growing together and enjoying principles to live by and having a great life. Thanks for checking me out. I'm Gabriel. As always, peace out.